What's up everyone, back with another video. What if Night 310 here. This is What If Naruto Used the Bow, episode 3. I had some problems with my internet. It kept disconnecting itself from my computer, which is what I use to get the images, blah blah blah. And so yeah, there won't really be images. I apologize, but what you gonna do? Go check out Anime Alternate. He does Naruto what ifs, and Dumbass what if guy, he does My Hero Academia what ifs. Now, we'll be starting this one off with Naruto. Pretty sure I did the whole. Yeah, I did that. We'll be starting this one off with Naruto walking around the village. But I gotta check something. So while he's walking around the village, he runs across someone who looks to be about a year or two older than him, holding a little kid. This kid Naruto recognizes as the third Hokage's grandson. Naruto then grabs his bow and aims an arrow at the guy holding him and tells him to let him down or else. The guy smiles and said, "Or else what? You're gonna shoot me with a bow?" Naruto then charges chakra into his bow. Kind of scaring. Okay, I'm just gonna start calling him by his name. Kankuro. Kankuro, in surprise, puts down Konohamaru, and Konohamaru runs behind Naruto. Then, Naruto aims the arrow at a tree. And he says, "You there, control your bloodlust or else." He then stops sending chakra to the arrow, and the arrow goes back to normal. Naruto and Konohamaru start to walk away when the man from the tree asks for Naruto's name. Naruto says his name is Naruto Uzumaki and asks what his name is. He says Gaara of the Desert. He then points to his brother and sister and says their names. Naruto leaves and eventually he's called to Training Ground 7. Kakashi informs Team 7 about the test. Naruto and Sasuke agree without much hesitation. Just like in canon though, Sakura does hesitate. So they still do get those tests, except Naruto knows it's Aruka Sensei immediately. So yeah, there's no real problems there. Then after a while, it's time for the Chunin exams to start. For the written test, this Naruto being a censor, we're gonna say he can get a general idea on what other people are writing because make it easier on me. So yeah. Then Anko bursts in, explains, tells everyone to follow her, and they go to the Forest of Death. When they get to the Forest of Death, Naruto starts talking with his teammates, kind of ignoring Anko. Anko throws a kunai at Naruto, which he replies with quickly shooting an arrow, hitting the kunai mid-air, and he presumes talking with Sakura. Anko tells Naruto to pay attention or else. Naruto does, and she explains how there are two scrolls. Their goal is to get to the middle, and yeah. Another thing Naruto notices, someone here has an extremely high chakra, besides him and Gaara. This person obviously being Orochimaru. They go and start the forest, Naruto's team, we're going to say, get a heaven scroll. Naruto, using his sensory abilities, is able to find a no-name team pretty early on and launches a few arrows at non-vital spots, quickly taking them out and getting the scroll they need. They then start heading towards the middle, but suddenly, out of nowhere, a giant snake hits Naruto head-on, sending him away. Naruto, noticing who had stopped really paying attention too much with his sensory abilities, notices that the high chakra is near his team. Naruto quickly draws an arrow back and uses Fire Style, Great Fire Shot, and destroys the snake in one shot. He then rushes towards his team. When he gets there, he sees Sasuke about to, throwing the skull to Orochimaru. Naruto jumps in the way, catching the skull, turns around, and does a triple shot, which is basically shooting 3 arrows at once at Orochimaru. He then charges up a lightning style in his arrow and launches it, while yelling lightning style, lightning shot. Then he does a fire style, great fire shot once more, hitting Orochimaru, and Orochimaru is pretty impressed that this kid is able to actually damage him, and this kid's abilities with a bow. It reminds him of one of the Sound 4 members, don't remember his name. Anyway, but yeah. After a bit more of Naruto shooting arrows while avoiding Orochimaru, Orochimaru gets sick of playing around and leads hand signs. Then his neck extends and he bites Sasuke on the neck. But right then, Naruto launches an arrow straight at his neck. Not in time to prevent the curse mark, but enough time to where Orochimaru does actually get injured. Orochimaru deciding to cut his loss, not really cut his losses, but that he got his goal, he should leave. Leaving, so in this time, Sasuke gets the curse mark, but Naruto doesn't use any QB chakra and does not get the 5-pronged seal. So Sasuke passes out, so they take him to the same area, and yeah, this time instead of Naruto being the one sleeping, we're gonna make it Sakura. So when the 3 sound shinobi come, Naruto launches an arrow straight into the girl's shoulders. He launches 2 arrows into the girl's shoulders, making it to where she cannot do her flute, meaning she cannot do genjutsu. Then the other 2 come, and Naruto uses the fire style fire shot, quickly taking out one of them, to where the only one left is the one who has the sound gauntlets. The one with sound gauntlets then punches towards Naruto. Naruto dodges, but then his ears start to bleed and his vision blurs. Naruto, noticing this, jumps back and performs a fire style fire shot, hitting the sound shinobi, and then Sasuke wakes up, and this time he doesn't actually activate the curse mark because there's no need to, there's no threat, Naruto took care of it. So they head to the tower. This all took them only 3 out of 5 days, so they get 2 days of resting up. So the curse mark does get sealed a lot early on. Naruto explains to the Hokage of that person with a large amount of chakra, and says that the same chakra was coming off of the Proctor Inko. Be more precise, her neck. Anyway, a bit later, Naruto and them, it's been a few days, they're well rested, the seals, So now let's get into Naruto's fight against Kiba. The Proctor calls them both down, and they start. Kiba charges them with Fang over Fang. Naruto jumps around and performs the Shadow Clone Jutsu, making 3 Narutos. These Narutos get into a triangular formation and perform a lightning style, lightning shot, fire style, fire shot, and wind style, wind shot. By funneling wind chakra, it doesn't really do much more damage. Well, it pierces a lot easier, and it's a lot faster. So, when they all 3 release it, Naruto yells out, Elemental Trio, shot. This damages Kiba quite a bit, and same with Akamaru, but they're still standing. Knowing they'll only have enough for one last attack, let's say the 2 clones dispelled from using chakra, all their chakra. So Naruto's kinda panting, not heavily, just barely noticeably. So Kiba, seeing this chance, quickly performs a Fang over Fang, hitting Naruto in the stomach. Naruto coughs up blood, and Kiba and Naruto are both low on chakra. The only reason Kiba was able to hit Naruto is because he dropped his guard. Naruto charges up one arrow and performs the triple arrow shot, shooting 3 arrows, hitting Kiba in non-vital areas, effectively winning him the match. And yeah, Naruto goes back up to his team and is still given the same stuff from Hinata. After a bit, it's time for the final match, and Sasuke arrives. When Sasuke arrives, he fights... Well, wait, no, Sasuke was already there. So Sasuke fights the chakra draining dude, but since his seal is... Well, the curse mark is sealed in this timeline, it's a lot easier for him to, beat him. So I don't see that guy having a chance against Sasuke. Especially considering he lost in canon, and Sasuke in this timeline is stronger than that one. Well, because of the curse mark thing being sealed. So yeah. Anyway, now it comes to the month's training. Naruto works on trying to... I guess the best way to explain it would be... He got inspired by the person who was absorbing chakra. He wants to make it to where his arrows can absorb and nullify chakra. So to do this, he does pick up a bit sealing. Give me a second. The move he's developing, he calls it Seal Shot. It basically makes it to where he seals the enemy's movements and chakra, weakening them quite a bit. This takes about a week. He ends up running into Jiraiya, and Jiraiya teaches him how to do the, control the Nine Tails chakra a bit more. Naruto does get a decent bond with the QB, because Naruto is kind of relentless in talking to him. That way they can become somewhat friends. And Naruto does know that he'll probably need the QB later on, and it's a better idea to have a good relationship. So yeah, now it's time for Naruto versus Neji. Naruto does make the same vow of beating Neji, by the way. Right when the fight begins, Naruto draws an arrow back and releases. This is his new jutsu, Seal Shot. Catching Neji off guard, but Neji is easily able to dodge it. Naruto then makes 10 clones, and each one jump back and perform fire-style fire shot, with one of them performing wind-style wind shot. When they all hit the area where Neji substitutes away just in time, and when all the arrows hit the log, a humongous explosion occurs because of all the fire style and wind, amping it up significantly. So if Neji would have gotten hit with that, there's a chance he would have died. Not gonna lie. So the clones disappear again, and Naruto starts running around the field performing simple shots with the bow. Neji deflecting each of them. Naruto is basically trying to find out what Neji's weak point is. He knows the Byakugan can basically see 160 degrees or 360 degrees, I don't know, around, so he wants to find out if there's a weak spot. So he eventually finds out that Neji can't see directly on his spine point. Naruto, taking advantage of this, makes a clone, and the clone sits there and performs seal-style seal shot. When it shoots Neji there in the back of the neck and spine, Neji stops moving. Naruto, seeing this, does a triple shot, shooting him in 2 specific shots in the arms and 1 in the leg, making it to where Neji cannot move his arms or legs. Naruto then walks up to Neji and pulls his bow back, aiming an arrow right for his skull. He then funnels lightning chakra into it and pulls it back. He then tells Neji to never hurt anyone again. especially not his friends. Neji agrees, and Naruto does also give him the talk, saying about destiny and fate and all that, and how you can make your own fate and destiny. Anyway, a bit later, Sasuke versus Gaara still happens, and this time the sand invasion goes similarly, but not the exact same. So let's get into it. Naruto does not get put in the Genjutsu because he did do a bit of practicing to break out of that as well. But Naruto leaves a clone behind. Naruto rushes off after Sasuke. Shino comes. Everything goes basically the same until it's time for Naruto to face Gaara. We're gonna say Gaara's pushed a bit more, so actually no, Gaara's at the same point, so he's still partially transformed. Naruto, seeing this, performs fire-style fire shot, trying to get him away from Sasuke. Gaara's sand defense protects him, and Gaara then launches a sand wave straight at Naruto. Naruto, seeing this, jumps out of the way just in time to dodge it, and performs a steel shot, hitting Gaara on the arm, making him stop for a few seconds, but then the seal instantly breaks. Naruto, noticing this, realizes this is going to be a hard fight, and jumps up in the air, making two clones along with him. Him and the clones do triple elemental shot, injuring Gaara pretty badly. Then they do the move where they all surround. I'll try and think of a name real quick. Let's call it Combination Attack, Great Inferno, which is where nine Naruto clones, as well as the real Naruto, meaning 10 Narutos, surround the opponent, one of them doing wind style wind shot, and the rest doing fire style fire shot. Hit Gaara and damages him enough to where he goes full Shikaku mode. Naruto, seeing this, is pretty terrified, but because of his somewhat better connection with Kurama, he's able to ask for a bit of chakra, just enough for one attack, and I could see Kurama giving it to him. They're not very good friends, but he doesn't want his Jinchuriki beaten by Shikaku. So Kurama infuses his chakra into an arrow. At the same time, Naruto infuses his fire style, lightning style, wind style, and steel shot into one, called elemental sealing shot, Kurama style. We're gonna say Naruto does ask his name. So right when Naruto releases the arrow, it hits Shikaku dead in the stomach, and a humongous seal appears. A seal bit bigger than Shikaku. Not just that, the explosion and lightning coming off of Shikaku's stomach is immense. This basically takes Shikaku down in one hit, but just then Naruto passes out. A bit before this, with Naruto's other clone, he knows that Orochimaru is pretending to be the Kazekage. So Naruto followed him, and right before the barrier is employed, Naruto jumps in it and starts running around, shooting just basic arrows at Orochimaru. Orochimaru tries hitting him, but is stopped by Hiruzen. Hiruzen and Naruto jump back a bit as Orochimaru summons the Kage. Naruto explains how he's just a clone, and yeah. And Hiruzen asks him if he thinks he can seal the Hokage. Naruto explains that his seal is more to contain their movements and chakra, but he might be able to restrict them for a few seconds, considering their strength. So quickly, Naruto performs seal shot on both the Hokage that were revived, temporarily immobilizing them. He then charges up one another attack, a great fire style, great fire shot, and launches at Orochimaru. At the same time, Hiruzen performs Burning Ash, fire style, Burning Ash, and with this combination, Orochimaru gets pretty badly injured. Hiruzen, knowing that there's a good chance he'll lose, even with Naruto's help, does the Reaper Death Seal. Which means, but since Orochimaru is injured and Hiruzen's a little better off, he's able to do a bit more damage, if that makes sense. Making it to where it's a bit more than just his arms. So, yeah. But not enough to really, I guess, matter, if that makes sense. Then the clone disappears. Orochimaru gets taken away by the Sound 4, and Hiruzen asks the Jonin, his personal Anbu, to promote Naruto to Jonin, considering Naruto took on a tailed beast, a Sannin, with Kage help, of course, but that's still no small feat. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. This video is a bit longer, and so I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all next time.